In this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you everything that we use to keep 2 toddlers and a baby entertained for a multi-day road trip.
Let me go home. Home is wherever I'm with you.
Welcome back to the vlog. I am Noelle, my husband is Jeremiah, and we have 3 kids, Lola, Posey, and Bram. This week, I'm gonna be sharing with you everything that we used, every trick that we had up our sleeve, every item that we brought with us to keep 3 kids age 4 and under entertained on a multi-day road trip. In case you guys have missed any of our recent videos, we took a multi-day road trip all the way up here from Minnesota down to Tennessee to visit some friends. So we were very busy, had a lot of car time for the kids, and I wanna be sure to share with you everything that we used to keep our kids busy, happy, and entertained. We had a lot of tools at our disposal. I made sure that the car was set up perfectly to keep our kids as happy as possible on this long journey. Our first day was actually the longest. We spent 12 hours in the car the very first day that we set off. So that was the hardest day, and I can say with full certainty that these kids were entertained and happy 10 of the 12 hours. So they did pretty dang good. We reserved like super special things over those last 2 hours and really just had to push through to get us there. But other than that, our road trip days were like 8.5-ish hours, so it was not bad, and they did super good. Everyone was very, very happy. We had to stop to move our feet and take breaks, go to the bathroom, do snack breaks, all that stuff, but it went really, really well. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get things out item by item and show you what all we used on this big road trip. So the very first item that I have is a backpack for each kid. Lola is 4 and Bram is 2. I went through and I pulled a couple things that I knew that they loved out of their toy room for like a week or 2 in advance, so they didn't have access to them, so they'd be excited about them in this bag. And then additionally, I also went to Walmart and got a couple things off of Amazon to try and have something new and fresh and exciting. I will try to link as much as I can in the description below. So for my 4-year-old, she's been super into mermaids. We even had a mermaid themed birthday party for this year. So I got a mommy mermaid and a baby mermaid. She's really into everything being a mommy and a baby or a daddy and a baby. So this was a brand new toy for her and she loved it. And also, I brought these cute little mini travel chalkboards from Chock Full of Design, and they have things like the alphabet and numbers and tracing, and then a little chalk pen. So this was very fun for her to pull out if she wanted. Another thing that I had is this purse. My mom gave her a little purse for her birthday, and she has like a little coin purse, a couple bracelets, some chapstick, and like a little compact mirror in here, and she just feels so grown up and so special, so I had her little purse for her. And then I had one set of animals for her. Again, a mommy and a baby giraffe, everything is a mommy and a baby, because Bram has a lot of animals in his pack, and I didn't want her to feel left out if he was playing with animals, so I got her that. This was a huge hit. These are just like the silliest things. They stretch out, you can like bend them and twist them, and then they can put them all back together. So Lola got one and Bram got one, and even the baby got to play with this when the big kids were done with them. And then additionally, Lola is really into these Usborne flip books. So I packed the Look Inside Nature book for her, and she just likes to peel back the flaps and see what is inside of these. So she got this book, and that was what was in Lola's backpack. So let's move right along to Bram, our 2-year-old. So for Bram's backpack, here's a couple more items for him. Trying to keep our 2-year-old busy and having a few more options for him is key. But this is one of the first things that I got him that was new. He's really into cars lately, so I got him this Mater car from Walmart. It makes noises and he loved it. This was a super fun surprise for him. I also brought him his favorite little dinosaur book. This is a Sandra Boynton book. It's Oh My Dinosaurs, and he loves to read through this. I also got him his very favorite toy, his gator. He's really into gators. I actually just showed him his first Crocodile Hunter, Steve Irwin Crocodile Hunter show, and he loved it. With Steve wrangling the gator, he absolutely loved it. This is his favorite toy. So I got him his gator, and again, with Lola and Bram, everything is mommy and baby, so I brought him a mommy pterodactyl and a baby pterodactyl. He also just loves dinosaurs. So he got one dinosaur that's like this size, and then we watched a video about Komodo dragons and he's been super into them, so we have this little Komodo dragon here. And then I do have a couple other cars for him. I have a fire truck, I have this little monster truck, and then I also have this little cement truck for him. He also got one of these like bendy things like Lola did. Last but not least, each of the kids had some Play-Doh in their bag. I will show you what we used to play with the Play-Doh in the car, because I know it sounds super messy, but we had a really nice tray that I'm gonna show you next that they could play with the Play-Doh and color on. We tried to save the Play-Doh until it was like absolutely necessary, like nuclear meltdowns were about to happen, and the Play-Doh fixed it. It just like smoothed everything over. They were super excited to get their hands in the Play-Doh and play with that. And that is what I had in the kids' individualized backpacks. I also have another bag of toys for the big kids and a different area of toys for the baby. But I'm gonna go ahead and transition along to those trays that I was talking about, where they had their Play-Doh time, their coloring time, their snacks, all the things. These trays were an awesome find, and I can't wait to show them to you. Okay, so let's talk about the trays. I have each for each of the big kids. This is actually super nice because if you wanted to take it somewhere, it has this little padded handle, but it is a very sleek, thin, nice tray. It has this little curvature that you put around your belly, and then you can unclip this part and wrap it around their waist so it stays in place. Otherwise, they'll just throw it off. But you just set it up, you just flip this side, and you flip that side, and then there's a little Velcro on here, and you just put that all together so it's sitting up straight like this, and then oh, there's a couple of snacks in there that fell. And then you can write with dry erase markers on this. We also did Play-Doh here, and if there was something that they were eating that we wanted them to have snacks or lunches like on the go, they would have their snacks and lunches here. So this was amazing. This helped us out a lot. Bram would even like do his trucks on here. So this tray was an awesome, super affordable investment. Also, while we were on the road, I put some snacks and stuff inside this little zipper pouch, and then I've already taken them out, but there were some dry erase markers and a couple other little things in the side pouch so that they had access to pull these things without somebody having to crawl in the back. But yeah, those are the little trays. I absolutely love these trays, and we will be utilizing them in future road trips. Next up is our big basket of toys. These items pretty much stay in our car at all times, but I did put a couple extra things in there. So we always have two of these little sound books, which are super fun. This one is 100 animals, and this one is 100 words. And these are super nice to have the kids like to go through and flip through the pages and hit the different buttons and listen to the sounds. Additionally, my kids love these polka dot books. You can just poke them and they make a fun little noise. And I have a variety of different ones. I have the farm animal one, I have wild animals, and then we also have pet families. I also brought these little water wow books, which were very, very nice. The kids loved them. You just take this little pen here, well, kind of a pen. You're coloring with water. You unscrew it and you put water in there, and then they can just color on these pages with water, and there's no mess because it's just water, and then it dries and they can recolor it over and over and over again. My kids really do love these, so the water wow is a great thing to have. And then my kids are really into the ocean, so I brought this one little ocean book, Ocean Life from Hello World. They love this book. It's something that we read often because they love it so much, so I kept that in there. And then I have a couple little things for the baby in another one of these pockets. One of them is these keys. I have no idea where we got them. I'll try to link them, but all of my kids love it. It makes little noises and it is fun to play with. And yeah, we got the keys for Posey. This thing is a tried and true favorite, this little rattle that all of my kids have had. And then I just have a couple other things like these funny, I don't know how well you can see it, but these funny little mini babies my mom used for my baby shower with Lola. She had them in like ice cubes and sprinkled all over the table. My kids have all loved these. We have tons of these little babies all around and they just love to play with them. So that is what is in this basket of toys. And then I have a couple other toys for the baby that just kind of float around and she has access to all the time. So let's look at those. First up is this duck. It is the Eric Carle duck and it makes noises. It has like all the sensory, touchy, noisy things. She loves this duck. So we brought that with us. My mom got this from me, I'm pretty sure from like a secondhand store, and I wanted to get rid of it because I thought it was so bulky and annoying. She made me keep it, and all of my kids are obsessed with this thing. It does a bunch of different things. It makes noises. There's something to do on each part of this triangle. Again, it's bulky. I'm not a huge fan, but the kids love it. So we bring that with us. Okay, and then we have this little skip hop hedgehog. This one is super fun. Another little noise maker. She can get her fingers into this little squishy thing and it's very fun for her. So this hedgehog was a hit. I'm gonna share a couple funny things that ended up being huge hits for my 12-month-old in the car. One of which was this hair binder. She just loves these stretchy hair binders. I think it feels good on her gums because she only has a couple teeth. When she bites on it and she can stretch it and play with it and put it on her hand, she loves these little bracelets. Another thing that we found out on the road trip that she loved is a toothbrush. Who would have thought? So simple. She likes to bite on the bristles and she just holds it and bites on it nonstop. But yeah, the baby loved the toothbrush. So this toothbrush ended up being hers. The last funny item that the baby ended up loving was this little green tea dropper bottle. This is my mom's actually, I have to get that back to her. But the baby loved the squishy part of this dropper bottle. She cannot twist anything or get it open, but she would love to hold this glass part in her hand and she kind of gnawed on the squishy dropper bottle part. So this was a huge hit with the baby. You could probably get something like this that, you know, it's empty and doesn't have anything in it would be probably best, a big recommendation that it's empty, but this was a huge hit and she loved this as well. All right, the other things that we used to keep our kids busy and entertained on a multi-day road trip was movies. The very first day was our longest day. As I mentioned, we were in the car for over 12 hours, so I tried to hold off as long as possible on the movies, which we lasted like 5 hours before we had to put a movie in, so I thought they did pretty good. But I had just like a little flip case of movies that I brought with, and we don't do a lot of movies at home, so I actually have them all hidden and in a safe spot so that they don't just like pull them out and think they're gonna watch a show all the time. So that was super nice because I brought them in the car, and since they aren't allowed to just binge watch TV, it was very entertaining for them because watching a movie is a special occasion, special kind of treat for them. So that worked out really well for us. A couple movies that my kids love. Bram loves Cars. Lola loves Spirit, the horse movie. My kids also like Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. Bram loves the Good Dinosaur movie, and they like all of the Land Before Time movies. So those are a couple of the shows that we brought with us. There are some more, but those are the ones that they really love. And then last but not least, snacks. I had a massive bag of snacks. And if you want to see that huge bag, go back and watch our St. Louis vlog. That actually, I walk you through a tour of where we kept everything in the van. I'll link that video up here. But everything that we used and where it all was in the van and how we accessed it on the road trip, I went through in that video. So you can go back and watch that. But we had a variety of snacks. Apple sauces, meat sticks, we hard-boiled eggs and kept them in a cooler. We actually had a cooler with us at all times. So we had salami and ham and cheese. And oh my gosh, so many things. We even packed avocados and like put a knife in there because my kids love avocados. And we also had like little special fruit leather snacks and special cereal, which is very special because my kids aren't allowed to eat cereal. We don't really do a lot of grain, but I found a really nice keto-friendly version and they loved that. And those are all the things that we used on a multi-day road trip with 2 toddlers and a baby. All of these things I think were great resources to use on the trip. I'm sure there's more that you could bring, or there's other things that maybe you guys have used that you loved for your kids. If so, let me know in the comments below. But overall, I think this trip went super well. As I mentioned a couple times, I will link as much as I can in the description below. If you have not already, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on that notifications bell so you don't miss any new videos that we put out. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.